You ever get so good at pretending that even your own reflection believes the lie?
I smile
A smile
while my soul is dying.
while my soul is dying. I learned how to laugh with a heart full of cracks, shake every hand while I'm carrying my past. They saw confidence, I was barely attached. Every compliment bounced off the pain that I masked. I became the shoulder everybody would need, while my own lungs were forgetting to breathe. I watered every garden around me with hope, but nobody noticed my roots couldn't eat. I kept saying I'm fine so many times, I almost believed it. Every mirror showed a face I recognized, but the eyes looked empty, like somebody already left. Every night I replayed every mistake, every loss, every person that walked away. I carried guilt that wasn't even mine, and somehow I apologized anyway. How do you sleep when nobody hears silence? How do you heal when you're hiding the violence? How do you stand when your spirit keeps collapsing? I kept smiling because breaking felt embarrassing. I smile while my soul is dying. Everybody clapped, nobody saw me crying. I carry storms behind my face, walk through fire with amazing grace. If pain had a picture, you'll probably see me. If hope had a heartbeat, it's the reason I'm breathing. I smile while my soul was dying. But quitting never became my identity. Depression never knocked it, moved in, made itself comfortable inside my skin, turned every memory into evidence, whispered, you'll never be enough again. My anxiety became a prison guard, locking every dream behind invisible bars. I fought wars inside my chest and told the world I'm blessed. People celebrate success, but they never applaud survival. They love your victory, ignore your revival. Nobody posts the nights you cried on the bathroom floor. Nobody counts the prayers whispered through locked doors. I carried invisible bones that bled through every decision. Lost pieces of myself, trying to fit everybody else's vision. Maybe I wasn't weak, maybe I was carrying more than anyone could see. Maybe surviving was the strongest thing I ever done. Now I don't apologize for the scars that remain. Every one of them has my signature in pain. I stopped asking why me, started asking what is this building inside me? The people that doubted me accidentally trained me. The heartbreaks, they sharpened me. The failures, they educated me. The loneliness introduced me to the version of myself that refused to quit. I realized rock bottom wasn't my ending, it was the only place I could finally push upward. I smile while my soul was dying, still found faith when the world stopped trying. Every scar became another page, every wound became another stage. I survived the nights that should have buried me. I became the voice I desperately needed to hear. I smiled while my soul was dying. Now my testimony is louder than my tears. If you're listening and you're smiling while your soul is dying, don't mistake survival for weakness. The strongest people usually cry where nobody's watching. And sometimes the biggest miracle is waking up tomorrow and deciding to fight. Yeah. I learned how to carry pain without making a sound. Built my whole life while my world was burning down. People call me strong because they never saw me weak. Never heard the conversations that I had when I couldn't sleep. I was fighting every morning before I opened my eyes, trying to convince myself I deserved another sunrise. My body left the bed, but my soul stayed behind, trapped inside a prison that existed in my mind. Tell me, how many times can a heart break before it changes shape? How many nights can you cry before your tears escape? How many dreams can die before you stop believing? How many smiles become fake before nobody sees the bleeding? I gave my best to people who celebrated my worst, everybody else's cup while I died from thirst. I answered every phone call when they needed advice, then sat alone in silence, paying loneliness price. Nobody knows the weight that I carried inside, because I mastered the art of looking alive. I became an actor on a stage called reality, smiling through depression just to protect my family. I told myself tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow came, looking exactly like yesterday. Bills kept coming, problems kept growing, faith kept getting tested, hope kept slowing. Every setback whisper, you'll never make it. Every failure scream, you should just quit. But something inside me, something I couldn't explain, refused to surrender. Even when surrender sounded peaceful, the mirror painted my courtroom. Every flaw was the evidence, every regret became a witness. Every memory testified against me. I blame myself for things I couldn't control, carry guilt that never belonged to my soul. Apologized for existing, questioned every decision, destroyed my confidence with my own criticism. I watched people leave without even saying goodbye. Made me wonder if I was the reason everybody eventually walked away. I kept asking, what's wrong with me? Am I too broken, too emotional, too honest, too damaged? Or am I just another human trying to survive in a world that rewards pretending? See, people only celebrate the comeback, they don't respect the process. They love the trophy but ignore the thousands of invisible losses. Nobody applauds the nights you chose not to give up. Nobody because the mornings you fought just to stand up. They see the smile, they miss the sacrifice. They hear the confidence, they miss the fear. They praise the success, they ignore the years you spent wondering if your life even mattered. I questioned God without walking away from Him. I cried in prayer until I had nothing left to say. Sometimes faith wasn't confidence, sometimes faith was simply choosing not to quit. There were nights I stared at the ceiling for hours, waiting for peace that never came. My heartbeat felt louder than my thoughts, but somehow my thoughts were louder than everything else. Overthinking became an addiction. I replay conversations that ended years ago. I imagined failures that never happened. I carried tomorrow's pain before tomorrow even arrived. My own mind became the battlefield, and every morning I woke already losing. And one day I stopped asking,
Why is this happening to me?
and started asking,
What is this pain trying to teach me?
that's when everything changed. I realized pain wasn't trying to destroy me, it was exposing the version of me that comfort never could. The scars became reminders that I survived. The tears became proof that my heart still felt something. The silence became a classroom. The loneliness became a mentor. The betrayal became a filter. The failures became fuel. And the version of me that almost gave up slowly became the version that nobody knew. I became a professional at hiding what I felt. Built a reputation while I slowly watched myself melt. Everybody loved the version that I let them see, but nobody ever met the man underneath. Every I'm okay was another perfect disguise. I mastered fake laughs while I drowned inside. I wore confidence like it was stitched into my skin, but every single morning felt like I couldn't win. I was surviving, not living, breathing, not healing, moving without knowing where I was going. I shook 1,000 hands while losing my grip on myself. The louder the room became, the lonelier I felt. I gave people my time, my loyalty, my energy, my heart, until there was nothing left for me. Pain became my roommate, anxiety paid no rent. Fear slept beside me every night, and doubt kept whispering, you'll never escape this. I watched opportunities disappear because my own mind convinced me I wasn't worthy enough to chase them. I became addicted to expecting disappointment. Every blessing felt temporary, every smile felt borrowed. Every peaceful moment came with the fear that something worse was waiting. People said, you've changed. Pain changes people, betrayal changes people, being abandoned by the ones you would've died for. Change margin with strength. There were nights I begged for one moment of peace. Not money, not fame, not recognition. Just one night without fighting my own thoughts. One morning without waking up already emotionally tired. One day where my smile actually meant I was happy. Yeah. But life kept throwing punches every time I stood back up. Another storm arrived every time I healed. Another betrayal opened the wound again. Still, something inside me refused to stay buried. Maybe it was faith, maybe it was purpose. Maybe God refused to let pain write the final chapter. So I kept walking with tears nobody saw, with prayers nobody heard, with battles nobody understood. Because sometimes the strongest thing a man can do is smile while his soul is quietly dying. Yet still believe tomorrow is worth. So why do my scars still remember every name? Why does my chest still get heavy? It's every time I think about the people who promised they never leave. I gave loyalty, the people who treated it like it was cheap. I gave love, the people who only loved me when I was useful. The day I started breaking, the room got quiet, the phone stopped ringing, the people disappeared. That's when I learned some people love your light until it stops shining for them. I became my own emergency contact, my own therapist, my own rescue plan. Cause every time I reached for help I found empty hands. I stopped telling people I was hurting, not because the pain disappeared, but because I got tired of watching concern turn into silence. I carried invisible bruises that no doctor diagnosed, a heart that kept beating even though it was exhausted. Some mornings getting out of bed felt like climbing a mountain with broken legs. I wasn't lazy, I wasn't weak, I was fighting a war nobody could see. The hardest battles never make a sound, they're fought between your ears, behind your smile, inside your chest. I remember praying, God, if you can hear me, please don't remove the storm, just don't let it remove me. Because somewhere deep inside I still believe there had to be purpose behind all this pain. Every betrayal cut away another illusion. Every heartbreak forced me to grow. Every failure destroyed another version of my ego, until all that remained was truth raw. Uncomfortable, painful truth I realized. You can't build an unbreakable man without first breaking the version that depended on everybody else. So I stopped chasing acceptance, stopped begging people to understand me, stopped shrinking myself to make insecure people comfortable. If my scars make you uncomfortable, imagine carrying them. If my silence confuses, if you imagine surviving it. If my tears make you look away, imagine living behind them. I'm not standing here today cause life became easier, I'm standing here because every time life buried me, I learned how to breathe through the dirt. Every scar became another lesson, every tear became another prayer, every lonely night became another reason to never give up. Now when I smile, it isn't peaceful cause life stopped hurting, it's because pain no longer owns my future. I survived everything that tried to convince me that I never would. But they never saw the sacrifices hidden underneath the fame. They don't know about the nights I almost walked away, or how I begged God for strength just to survive another day. I built my confidence from pieces of a broken soul. Every loss took a piece until I barely felt whole. I became addicted to pretending I was strong, singing victory outside while defeat played along. The hardest prison wasn't built with steel or stone, it was the one inside my head when I was all alone. Every memory became another loaded gun, pointed at my future by the person I become. I hated who I saw every time I looked inside, not because I lacked ambition, I was exhausted from the fight. I carried expectations heavier than chains, trying to make everybody proud while ignoring my pain. The more I chased perfection, the more I lost myself. I put everybody first and blame myself for needing help. I smiled through birthdays, smiled through funerals, smiled through heartbreak, smiled through every obstacle, until one day I couldn't recognize whether the smile belonged to me or the mask I created. Pain became so normal that peace started feeling strange. I forgot what happiness sounded like. Without hearing my name attached to failure, I celebrated everyone else's victories while quietly mourning my own dreams. I watched people pass me by, people I inspired, people I believed in, people who once needed me now acting like I never existed. That kind of betrayal doesn't just break your heart, it changes your DNA. I stopped expecting forever, stopped believing promises, stopped trusting words that weren't followed by action, because I've heard I'll never leave you. From people who disappeared first, I questioned my worth more times than I questioned God. Asked myself, was I born broken, or did life slowly make me this way? Every rejection became another voice, every disappointment built another wall, every goodbye echoed louder than every hello. Still, somehow, I kept showing up even when nobody noticed, even when nobody applauded, even when quitting made more sense than trying again. There were moments I hated hearing my own heartbeat, not because I wanted it to stop, because I was tired of carrying it alone. I stared at old pictures, trying to remember when I stopped looking alive. That little kid who believed anything was possible, wouldn't recognize the man I became. Life taught me lessons nobody volunteers to learn. How quickly loyalty changes when money disappears, how silence gets louder after you've been betrayed, how success attracts crowds but suffering reveals who's real. I watched my circle shrink until I realized God wasn't taking people from me, He was exposing them. Every closed door protected me from something I couldn't yet understand. Every delay prepared me for a blessing I wasn't ready to carry. Now I understand. Sometimes the greatest miracle isn't getting everything you prayed for, it's surviving everything you never asked for. So if you're listening thinking nobody understands, trust me, I've stood on the edge wondering if tomorrow was worth fighting for. I smiled in photographs minutes after crying. I've encouraged people while secretly falling apart. I've looked into the mirror, searching for hope, and found nothing except another exhausted stranger. But here's what pain forgot to realize: every time it knocked me down, it accidentally taught me how to stand taller. Every scar became another chapter, every betrayal made my discernment stronger. Every tear watered the discipline that comfort never could. Now I don't fear storms, I survived hurricanes inside my own mind. I don't fear rejection, the people who left made room for the purpose God was sending.
I don't fear failure,
Failure
became the teacher.
success can never replace. So yes, I smiled while my soul was dying, but my story didn't end at the funeral. Pain planned for me, because God was writing the resurrection on every page. They thought was my last, was my last.